Hi Tarot Tribe, it's Ethany and you, me, and Little Tink. We're going to talk about Aura-Soma and the Aura-Soma Tarot. I've got a lot of stuff here to to go through with you. So there is stuff everywhere. I've had a lot of people ask me to chat about Aura-Soma, and to talk about the Aura-Soma Tarot Deck, this is my copy here. If you can only see I will show you. If you can only see the condition that this deck is in, I've had this since 2007 when I did my first level of Aura-Soma training. It has been, it came to Canada with me. It's been to Asia with me, countries in Asia with me. I think it even came to South America with me. It's traveled a lot, so hence the reason why it's all banged up. But a lot of people wanted to know about Aura-Soma. I get emails about it all the time, and I do Aura-Soma tarot readings, and I've used it for Oracle Wednesday, and I thought, okay, it's about time I had a bit of a chat about Aura-Soma. So what the heck is Aura-Soma? So I'm going to show you this poster I have. So if you ever, I hope this fits in the frame. Okay, there we go. So if you ever book a Aura-Soma reading with me, or you have a reading with me at a fair or a party or whatever the case may be, I will probably have this beautiful poster, and you'll get this chart emailed to you, which is all of the bottles. Aren't they pretty? And the bottles in real life, oh my stars. I had all of the bottles. I had all the bottles in the light case, which like when you turn the lights on, it was like color porn. It was amazing. And I would just sit there and look at them. But I actually sold that whole set when I moved from Australia to Canada. Slightly regret that, but hey. So what are these pretty colorful bottles? This is taken directly from the Aura-Soma website, because I figured they probably say it better than more eloquently than I probably could. But Aura-Soma is a non-intrusive, self-select soul system. So it combines the energies of color, plants, and crystals. And these vibrational tools can support all levels of our being, bringing harmony and balance with the subtle fields, promoting well-being and joy for life. So it was created by Vicky Wall, and she began to create this system the year I was born. Gwinky dink! And then she kind of handed the Aura-Soma torch over to Mike Booth, who's now the chairman of the Aura-Soma, what is it called? Aura-Soma Products Limited, and to continue the journey, because there was only so many bottles born. They're born when they're created and channeled down, and it has continued since Vicky Wall passed. So it is now a worldwide organization. It's a huge healing system, and you can become a consultant. There are now 140, so that little quote thing has ended a while ago, by the way, from what I took from the website. There are now 114 bottles in the collection, as well as pomanders, quintessences, color essences, which are you can use like essential oils, and alkaline joys, which I still have my whole set of alkaline joys, which all can be used as a complementary system, or you can use it. You can just be an Aura-Soma consultant, and there are thousands of them around the world. And then they also have the Aura-Soma Tarot, which is divine, and I'm going to go through that. So when you pick a bottle, when you usually pick more than one when you go for a reading, it would basically boil down a lot of the time to having one bottle that you may work with, or one bottle that you feel very drawn to, and all the color therapy in this works with the chakras, and in different vibrations. They're oil and water, so they have oils that also have like plant extracts and essential oils, and then they have crystal essences in there too, where they do elixirs. So there's a lot in this, in the Aura-Soma, as well as the color. And the equilibrium bottles, which are these bad boys here, you shake them. So when you use it, you shake the bottle and then you put it on your body. You open it and you use it, and you put it on your body in the places that is directed to, because the bottle has a specific area in which the body reacts the best, and can help facilitate healing and shifting of energy. And you can even get little mini bottles that you can wear around your neck as well. So they've got big bottles and the little bottles. I also had a full set of pomanders and Arclan Joys, pomanders and quintessences, and I'm rushing this because I know there are like a lot of cards to go through, and I don't know, this is just going to be a long video. You can choose to watch it if you choose to, or not. You can fast forward through, but I love Tinkerbell. And the way that they're used is you put them on your wrists. So you'd only use a very small amount. You would rub them into your wrists, and then you would bring it down through your energy body before a reading or a working, before your day if you're feeling stressed. And you can do this too with the equilibrium bottles. So this would help your energy fields. And the exciting thing about my collection being sent to Canada soon is that all of my training manuals, everything I did for over 6 months of training that I did with the Aura-Soma training to become a consultant, is coming to me. So I would have to do a refresher to become like a distributor to get everything in, and I'm not sure whether I want to do that. I have a lot on my plate. I have a lot on my plate this year with the Awakened Soul Oracle, with Tarot Summer School, which I'm so excited about, and with the Wild Goddess Expo happening in December with my good friend Sharon. So I'm not sure whether this year is going to be the year that I do it, or whether it's going to be something that I dedicate next year to becoming a practitioner in Vancouver. And setting up myself for that, because I remember when I did my first level of training with the Aura-Soma system, and I spent all this time with my teacher was Alyssa McCarthy in Perth, Western Australia, and I spent all this time around these, and she's an incredible painter, just side note, and she would use the bottles as inspiration for her artwork, and it was incredible. Which reminds me a little bit of the tarot deck, because the tarot deck does the same thing, and I'll show you. And I would spend all this time around these amazing, beautiful people in this training, and then I would go to work in this corporate job, which was like stealing my soul, and I would just like be so open in the training and so present and aware and connected and just full of this like yummy stuff. And then I would go into this job and I would feel like soul crushing. So for anyone, and I know I've got some students at the Tarot's Academy doing their certification right now, and a few of you have been saying over and over and over again to me about how, you know, you really want to do this, want to be a reader, and you really want to be a metaphysical practitioner and an oracle reader and a healer and a modern mystic. And it does take time, and I'm glad I did the transition the way that I did, because it allowed me to have some security. So I feel for you, because I've been there. I worked in the corporate world for a very long time, but just do what you can to fill your soul when you can with full of good stuff. So it was a bit of a sidetrack, but I loved my training, and I was instantly attracted to the Aura-Soma, system. And then on top of all that, they also have Ascended Masters, and you'll see this in the deck, and I am going to go through the whole thing. They also have Ascended Masters, and they have archangels. So for anyone who loves Ascended Masters and archangels, this system not only does it have the tarot, but it also has those in there as well. And these are the Arcane Joys, and I use these all the time. To give you an idea, I've had this one set of the 8 Arcane Joys since 2007, and I'm still using them. These are used as, my God, this is Gabrielle. These are used to clear and condition your personal space. And they are you can just use them as little sprays. Ooh, hope they didn't go on my tea. But these are stunning. I use these as a part of my cleansing. When I'm cleansing the apartment, I use all of my tools, and then I finish up with going into every room and spraying it. And I will choose the archangel that I'm going to use just at random, whichever one. So they've got Raphael, Gabrielle, Metatron, which will forever, ever, ever to me be Alan Rickman. Oh my God, don't even get me started. I was devastated that week. Ezekiel, Uriel, and it has the colours of the bottles on there too. Sandalphon, I'm probably saying these wrong. Jophiel, and of course Michael. So I use these quite a lot, and they're really good if you're doing, especially like fairs, if you're doing a lot of readings in a day. You can also do aura sprays, and I talk about that in one of my other videos about grounding after and protecting after a reading and during readings. So that's a little bit about the system. I think that was all of the kind of the notes I wanted to kind of go over. So let's have a look at the tarot deck. And also just like another little random thing, I write notes for my videos, and the reason that I do this is because I can go like full on Billie Connolly, where I will go on a tangent and then 20 minutes later I'll be like, what the hell was I talking about? So I write notes so to keep myself on track and to order my thoughts, because I have a hyperactive mind, being very Gemini. So a million thoughts will come to me at once, and if I don't write them out, I can't like kind of put them in order, and I can't clearly articulate what I want to. So if you ever see me like reading, it's because I need to get my thoughts ordered. All right, so this is the Aura-Soma Tarot. It is by Pamela Matthews, who's an incredible artist from New Zealand. I have her New Goddess of the Shining Light, or the New Light deck as well, which I've done an unboxing, which is also on my channel. And really beautiful sturdy box. You have to order this from her website, which is the Grail. I'll put the link down below, but it's like the grail.nz. So if you do go there and you're like, oh, is this the right place? It is the right place. You get a little... So the original deck that I had was 105 cards, and then I had to go back and purchase the other cards that she's created since other bottles have been birthed. And you do get a little Aura-Soma, the New Eon, but it's very, very, very limited. You basically have very little bit about the tarot card, and then what the actual colors of the bottles are, which I'll show you as well. The number of the bottle, the colors of the bottle, and what the meaning, like one line or two lines, the meaning of the bottle. So it will give you a very snapshotty kind of idea. I have the book, the actual spiral bound book too, which I'm kicking myself that I didn't pack when I moved. I don't even know what was going on in my head around that time that I didn't pack it. But again, I'll be here sometime this year. Because what that has are all the symbols that she's put in the cards, and these are beautiful cards. So the cardstock is really good cardstock. I know a lot of us are cardstock fiends, and there are two types of decks. You can get the deck with the bottles on the back that I have, or you can get the deck that doesn't have the bottles on the back. And the reason why I have the bottled decks is because I like to use them in readings, and I use these as sort of like the travel replacement for my big cabinet, because I don't have the space, and I was moving and didn't know where I was going to be living and all that kind of stuff. So they're nice and big. They're bigger than your standard tarot. I'll have to kind of go through them, and these are not in order. I use them all the time, so they're not in order. I'm gonna go through them. But the artwork, as you can see here, 54, the Page of Swords is Sephiroth Bay, which is an Ascended Master. So you've got the number, and then you've got the Tarot Association down the bottom. And then if it's a specific angel or Ascended Master. Tea. Talking a lot. And then the bottle on the back. And I'm not going to go through all the bottles in the back because it would just take too long. But just so, so, so beautiful. Sorry, as you can see, there's the 10 of Wands. And her artwork is exquisite. And as you can see, I will show you a few examples. We've got 2 pinks in this one. And the colours of the bottle are mirrored in the colours of the card. So again, we've got this clear and green, and then Dwakul is very green and lots of clear. The blue and the pink, and then we have Judgment, or the outward journey of judgment. And this is an interesting thing too that is very unique to the Aura-Soma Tarot, is that they have an inward journey of the Fool and an outward journey of the Fool, which is very cool. So there's 2 of each of the major arcana cards in this deck. Haniel. So you can see how that energy is transferred. So this is a return journey of the Empress. I'm just going to go through the cards now. Pallas Athena, what's up? The Christ energy. Fuck, look at that. It's just like the most stunning card. I use these a lot. I use these with clients nearly every day. And I only have one reading, which is a Soul's Purpose reading, and it's Saint Germain on my Etsy store. And I am going to be developing some new ones for Aura-Soma because they are specific. I can use these as just like a normal tarot reading, but sorry, I'll keep going through. But it would kind of miss a bit of the energy of what the Aura-Soma is meant to help us do, which is to really connect with our soul's purpose and what our lessons and our gifts and our challenges and our guides and help is for this lifetime. Oh my God, look at that bottle. That's a new one. So I only have one, but I'm going to develop some more. So I can use these small, beautiful Latsu and Kuan Yin. So if you ever order an Aura-Soma reading from me, you'll be asked to choose 3 bottles. I only have a 3 one so far. And that can be a tricky thing. So there's that Empress again. So that's the more traditional, the outward journey is first. That external journey, that projected journey is first. And then the inward journey is the journey on the way back. So the one thing about this, shut up. She's amazing. The one thing about this deck is that it is big. It can be really tricky to shuffle. really tricky because there are 114 cards in here. But I have learnt to deal with it. They're the Knights. But it's not easy if you got like wee little hands. It can be quite a tricky thing to master. So it did take me a little bit of time to be able to shuffle that many cards. But I do have, I think it's Journeys to the Way Home, which is again in storage, is quite a big deck too. So I know I'm kind of going through these very quickly. I know a bunch of you have seen these through Oracle Wednesday, because I have used it quite a lot. I have been doing Oracle Wednesday for something like 90 plus weeks. Isn't that crazy? That is like a long ass time. I don't think we've come to my soul card. I'll have to see if I can find it to show you. It's over the training you learn, which is like your like purpose card, what your soul card is. The Hanged Man, gorgeous. I'm obsessed with the magentas in this deck. Like, stop it. The Fool. We're getting there, but there's quite a few. So all those archangels. Hermit. Gorgeous. Another new one. There's another Lovers in the Outward. Stunning Chariot. So this is an investment, this deck. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a cheap one. But and actually I only have one copy of this deck, which is a little unusual for me. Normally I have, you know, if it's a deck that's essential to my spiritual practice like this one is, I usually have more than one, but I haven't ever bought a second copy. But the great thing about it is that it lasts for a very long time because the cardstock is so good. I've got to appreciate good cardstock. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you my soul card. Whoop. This was one of them. The Four of Wands, that bottle. The dolphin. Oh my God. Just for that, I just want to eat that. But I think we've passed it, so there's that Hangman now, the other way up. Eight of Cups. Look at the High Priestess, beautiful. Yeah, we've passed it. Oh well, it's a magenta, and like, look at this, it's thick. It is a chunky deck to have to shuffle, and it would be really lovely to edge this, but I don't really have the I don't have anything to edge it yet. It was, let me see if I can find it on here, this one here. That's my bottle. I'd have to go through and or that magenta and that blue, and then there's the other one. They're flipped. So yeah, so that's the Aura-Soma Tarot. I don't think this has been as long as I thought it was going to be, and a little bit at least about the Aura-Soma system and what you can do with it. And yeah, I'm just going to sit with it and see how I feel about redoing, like doing a refresher for my certification, and maybe next year, I'm not sure. But I'll put all the links to everything below, including where you can get an Aura-Soma reading from me if this is something that calls out to you. And thank you to everyone who requested this video. I hope I at least answered your questions. And if you have any more about the Aura-Soma system or about Aura-Soma readings or the Aura-Soma Tarot, please let me know and I will do my best to get around to it and answer your questions. And thank you so much, as always, for watching.